Happy Thursday, guys. We got one more day left to go here. This is Jason with the Simpademic, and I want to talk about a video for Billy Ray Brandt that I posted on my Twitter X page. And it's basically, the title of the video is basically Hoes Will Be Hoes. And the video starts with an OnlyFans girl bragging about how she owns a home at age 23 because of 250,000 men, which is pretty obvious what that alludes to. Men who are paying for her OnlyFans content. And basically, men who are paying for a product that they'll never actually physically experience. And saying this as a Christian is a little bit of a stretch, but it's, it stretches my own personal boundaries, but I do have to express it. These are prostitutes who don't even have to have sex with these men. They pay for their OnlyFans nudity content at $4.99 a month or whatever it is, and they are basically selling their bodies as a product without even having the consequences of sex for themselves. And the men don't get the presumed benefits of it either. They're paying $4.99 a month for basically a very cheap version of Playboy magazine. Of course, I remember those from when I was younger, when I was 14 years old in Katy, Texas, and there was an abandoned house that was across the street that had a whole pile full of magazines, of Playboy magazines, in the backyard tool shed. And I would sneak back there and indulge myself. For free, obviously, because whoever resided in the house before left them behind. And I'm not necessarily proud of that, but I kind of get the gist here. But the worst part is paying $4.99 a month for this from somebody who will never share anything with you will never share anything with you at all. The only thing that you're giving them is your money and your credit card number. And this is where I believe men need to turn off their physical desires. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there are 250,000 simps. They're probably dropping comments in her OnlyFans page in addition to giving her the money. And men, you gotta stop this. There's nothing sexy about a loss of control. I think greater sex appeal is in men who have control of their lives. This is not going to get you what you want. This is going to have the opposite effect. It's going to put you down a path of misery, loneliness, and such. You may believe in the Bible, you may not. In this instance, I don't particularly care, because the consequences are going to be the same regardless for men who indulge in this. You are creating a world in which these women are able to buy houses and make a reasonable living from this. And financially for them, I believe it's short-term gain. I don't think this is going to be something that is going to be a permanent fixture on the landscape, fortunately. But I happen to believe that men who lack self-control in their lives are fueling this environment, and they fuel OnlyFans. If you're doing this, get some help. Reach out to me if you need to, because I can help you. I have turned myself off from pornography myself, and have successfully stayed off of it now for the past 5 years, and still going strong. And I think this type of control is actually very alluring to women. A man who can control their physical desires, their emotional desires, and their emotional well-being. and impulses and things like that. That, I think, is where this mystical women that I dream about all the time will show up. Is because I have that type of control. If you don't have that control and you're feeding this environment and you're making these hoes rich, get some help in whatever way possible. And again, I am more than willing to offer, because I think I have the way to get you out of that, whether that is through the Christian faith or not. I still think I have the way for you to get out of this. It will take a lot of discipline. It will take a lot of openness. But I think if you do it, I think the reward is that you will no longer be simping for women. You will no longer be making these making these modern day Jezebels wealthy from their willingness to strip for a camera for $4.99 a month. It's a really, really crass and cheap version of Playboy magazine, if you ask me. So anyway, I have never taken in OnlyFans content, and I have never paid for it. Even before I built this discipline, there's too much free pornography available for me to indulge, for me to be paying anybody for this stuff. And so, let me help you, and believe me, it's a better world out there. If you're not paying for these women, and if you're not helping to build their wealth with your lack of self-control, if you can change that, and I implore any man out there who is watching to make that change, because you're going to make the world a better place for yourself. You're going to make yourself more appealing to women out there, and along the same stroke, you're going to start starving these women who are making truckloads of money by stripping for a camera. Hoes will be hoes, but if they don't have a platform, and if they don't have a marketplace to sell their product, at least they're not going to get wealthy doing it, which is the best that we can hope for in this particular environment in this day and age. So men, this is my call to you to do better, and I will help you do better. So please reach out to me if you want to. This is a challenge, and this is a call for men to do better. I want to thank Billy Ray for sharing this particular short. I think it's a wake up call, and I'm very grateful to her for a lot of her content, because I think it's just somebody who wants to help solve the dilemma in relationships between men and women. Anybody who is trying to propose solutions is an ally, as far as I'm concerned. So, anywho, this is the wake up call of the day here. It's not Friday morning yet. My alarm will ring tomorrow, of course, and I'll be off to work. And speaking of doing better, I joined a boot camp gym today for the first time in 4 years, and I'm going to be working out, and I'm getting ready for my trip to Texas in July, and hopefully I'll be looking a little bit better for the beach in Galveston, and I will be looking forward to that. So anyhow, thank you just so much for everybody's commentary and support out there. Again, you make a comment, it could be featured in a future episode, because I just don't have a whole lot of a big following at this point. So if you make a comment that spurs me, I could be discussing it in a future episode. So keep that coming. I am very appreciative for the people who I do have. And share a comment below if you have any thoughts, or if you agree or disagree, and I will definitely take you up on a discussion as well. So anyway, this is Jason. I will see you tomorrow night. Peace out, homies.